a peacemaker, a pastor, and a precious friend.
I've been crying for the last 2 days knowing that he's no longer here.
The final farewell begins today. Los Angeles remembering Bishop David O'Connell. It's been nearly 2 weeks since parishioners prayed with their beloved bishop. Now they just pray for him. Bishop O'Connell's body was found February 18th, shot in the torso. 2 days later, police arrested his housekeeper's husband, who confessed to murdering him. But the world still doesn't know why. Currents News' Jessica Easthope is standing by in Los Angeles, where a special memorial mass is about to begin. Hi, Jess. Can you tell us a little bit about the investigation? Has there been anything new, developments?
Hi, Ed. Yes, there are very few developments at this point. So much of this is still a mystery. We don't know what this man, Carlos Medina, even looks like. The man who confessed to shooting Bishop O'Connell in the torso in his home in Los Angeles, like you said, on February 18th. And we haven't yet heard the name of his wife, his housekeeper and longtime housekeeper. We know that Carlos Medina alleged that Bishop O'Connell had owed him money. He had done work in his home, but so much of this is still a mystery. What we do know is that, again, Bishop O'Connell was shot in the torso on his home in Los Angeles in Hacienda Heights on February 18th, and Carlos Medina is being charged with murder. He's also being taken up on gun charges, and right now this investigation is ongoing.
Jess, what can you tell us about this parish of St. John Vianney in Hacienda Heights? That's where the memorial mass is tonight, beginning 3 days of mourning. Was the bishop there often?
Yeah, Ed, believe it or not, he was there the night before he died to celebrate Mass. St. John Vianney was a parish that he lived at for the last 7 years. He was very close to this community, beloved by this community. It's mostly working poor families, immigrants, and these were the people he ministered to. These were the people who he met where they are.
Now, Bishop O'Connell was the Episcopal vicar for the San Gabriel pastoral region, and that's where Hacienda Heights is. Can you tell us a little bit about the communities that he served?
The San Gabriel pastoral region is in the Archdiocese of Los Angeles, and it encompasses parts of East LA as well as the San Gabriel and Pomona Valleys, excuse me. And you know, like I said, it's working poor families, it's immigrants, and the bishop is known for working with these people. These are the people he ministered to. These are the communities that he made such an impact in.
Hey, Jess, we're hearing that the bishop was known as a street priest, meaning that he met people where they're at. Have you heard any stories about that?
Yeah, at Bishop O'Connell, or Bishop Dave as he's known here, he prayed outside of abortion clinics. He met with the newly arrived. He fed the homeless. He actually, during the pandemic, carried a monstrance with the Holy Eucharist right to the San Jose Hills, which are right in the background here. And, you know, people here are going to miss him so much. He was so beloved in his community, and priests here actually talked about him ministering to the community, and it earned him the nickname Peacemaker. They're also now comparing him to St. Paul. Take a listen.
You know, I think that's a great name for him. I think the Archbishop gave him that name in his statement. And I think it's perfect, not just because of all the social work and a lot of the things he did in the community, which he did a ton, but in that interpersonal way where he would love you even in the midst of your acting out.
Bishop Dave was a man for all people. Sort of like St. Paul. We hear St. Paul being all things for all people. And he had a way of receiving people who were in their most vulnerable and neediest moments, but simultaneously was a community leader.
Hey, Jess, do all these people plan on attending the funeral and the wake?
Yeah, and so the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels, where his funeral will be held, has a capacity of 3,000 people plus standing room. He was so beloved in the community and so well known, so I wouldn't be surprised if his funeral is at capacity this week.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jess. We'll check in again with you tomorrow.
Thanks, Ed.
St. John Vianney will be live streaming that Mass live at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Just go to sjvhh.org and you will see the link to that live stream right on their homepage. Thursday, March 2nd, a public viewing will take place at the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels. At 10 p.m. Eastern Time that night, the Cathedral will hold a vigil Mass for the beloved bishop. On Friday, March 3rd, the funeral will take place at the Cathedral as well at 2 p.m. Eastern. Both the vigil on Thursday and the funeral on Friday will be live streamed. Just tune into olacathedral.org for more information. Jessica Easthope and Michelle Powers will be covering that funeral mass. Plus, they will have exclusive coverage on how the late auxiliary bishop changed the streets of Los Angeles. That'll be Thursday and Friday right here on Currents News.
Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.